you've entered in the client's date of birth, male or female, you click on the bottom corner there where you synchronize the data with the cloud. You click the check mark in the upper right-hand corner, and we want to know if they've been consented. You click yes. Want to run an analysis right now? Click no. Because the next thing you're going to do is record the vibration. So I click the plus sign next to record vibration. Place it in the right hand, and if they're left-hand dominant, you can always place it in their left hand. Now we're going to click record the vibration. Now, as you can see right here, for whatever reason, it lost its connection with the Healy device. So we need to scan for the Healy devices. Sometimes there may be, as in my instance here, more than one Healy in the same room. That could get confused. So I'm going to look and see which serial number this particular Healy is, and it's 37731. I'm going to click that, and now it's going to connect with this particular Healy. You can see it's connecting, and now it's connected. And now it's reading the energy vibrational field of the person who's holding it. That'll be me this time. Think of that like recording your IP address, so you can always link in to that person. You know, the Healy's got your vibration, your own unique vibrational state. You want to add in a photo. You can either choose it from a gallery of that person or to a photo. So we're going to use this one I just took a little bit ago. You can move it, you can scale it, you use it, and boom, there I am. Click the check mark again. It's going to save all that information. And it says, do you want to perform a new analysis now? Click yes. And then you can choose resonant analysis or aura analysis. Again, for this demonstration, we're going to do resonant analysis. Now, you want to know, what is your focus? Again, what do I have the greatest resonance with right now? It's very important to have, for the client, the patient, to have that in mind when they actually do the analysis. But we want to figure out which database shall we select from. And if you know it is for something specific, like you want to check a Bach flower remedy, you can go into those Bach flower remedies. If, for instance, the person really wants to work on something with learning because they need to start learning for an exam, they can scan the learning programs. But for most times, you want to figure out what might be the best programs to run. You go to all Healy programs. Think of those as 17 different chapters, okay? You click that, click Start Analysis, and then you have the patient place their finger on the fingerprint part of the screen. This is not because it's scanning their fingerprint. This is for their intention to be there, to focus their intention and attention exactly on what's happening, which is thinking about what are you resonating most with. And so now the analysis has been complete, and it goes through all the different programs or program groups or chapters, like I like to say, and which one's most resonating. So right now, for me, the beauty programs are resonating, and then meridian programs too, and then the gold cycles. And you can see the percentages of each of those programs or those groups of how relevant they are. Anything over 35% is unique and should be considered. Now, obviously you can't run each and every group, but you can do something called a vibrational exposure, I guess we'll call it. So we can click actions. Now you can show a PDF, which can give you a representation or actually a printout of this result, and you can send it via email or save it as a PDF. But a great thing to do is to vibrate. So what this is it will vibrate each particular group here as a group into the information field. So it is really truly like a software update just to the information field. The transmission time can be selected as different amounts. You can see there are ones here with various times, like for instance 3 seconds and 989 points of a second. You can have 2 minutes and 49.6 seconds. Now these are all based on the golden ratio, by the way. It's defaulted to 1 minute and 20 seconds, which is usually a good thing to run. If it's more acute, it can be ran for a shorter period of time, but more often. If it's more chronic, it can be ran for longer. If you are someone that does muscle testing, you can figure out the best timing to run for your patient or client, or you can actually manually create a new time based on their individuality. So for my purposes here, we're going to hit start and just run the minute and 20 seconds. So what this is doing is it is sending information to the information field via the quantum processor to the time wave of all these different programs, all these different program groups. Okay, so it's sending me the information right now of the job programs, and then it's going to send the information of the Meridian Programs 1 and the beauty programs, and etc. So this goes on again for a minute and 20 seconds. Now it's completing its transmission to the information field. The next thing to do is scan more deeply into the top group. So the top group here was beauty programs. So now you click the center icon at the bottom, and we're going to do another analysis scan. We're going to select the client, and we're going to select that top group. So we're going to get the beauty programs. And there's our beauty and skin, so it depends on which group. Again, focusing the intention on what am I resonating most with right now. Analysis complete. Comes up with nails, then skin elasticity, aging, and hair. Now, you might say, well, this doesn't make any sense for me, whatever group is coming up. And to me, I'm not exactly sure if this makes a lot of sense. But you have to think of each program and each program group as a group of frequencies, thousands upon thousands of frequencies, and it's figuring out through the information field that's beyond consciousness, what are you resonating most with? So there could be some frequencies in this Healy Beauty program for nails that is resonating with me. I need those frequencies. Even though the group is called nails, and I may not have anything wrong with my nails, there's some frequencies in there. Maybe it has to do with collagen, it have many different things. I don't know, but my body wants that right now. So again, we can do the action, which is to give all these programs as an output. Here we'll vibrate it. This time, for demonstration purposes, we'll just do a 8-second output. Okay, so that's outputting just to my information field all those programs as an information upload. But then what we want to do is actually run that program. That top program, is nails. So what do we do now? The program doesn't run directly from the Resonance app. So what we would do is we would then go into the Healy app and run that particular program. So what I'll do is we want to shut down the Healy Advisor Analysis app. Your Healy, you'll notice, will be probably off at this point. So you want to press the power button one more time, see the green light come on, and click the Healy app with pink, red circle. Spinning means it's trying to connect. Hopefully it does. It may or may not. And it doesn't. Okay? But have no fear. Click I have a Healy. Let's say search for another Healy right now, or you can say connect to a Healy, whichever. It's trying to connect to the Healy. And again, it may come up with other options if there are other Healys in the vicinity. We connect. We can either input manually the serial number, or we can scan it with the QR code. So for this particular program, we're going to go to Beauty and Skin. And if you recall, the program that was needed was nails. Now, this particular program, we would take the straps and place them on the wrists, or you would use the adhesive electrodes and place them on the arms, and then clip in the wires, plug it into the Healy itself, and you would then be able to run the nails program. For this particular program, it is a program that runs systemically. So we put on our straps or place the adhesive electrodes on the forearms or the arm, and then you would clip the wires right into the clip snap areas, attach it to your Healy, and then click the start. Now what's happening is the program is being transmitted from the app to the Healy. Depending on the size of the program, it may take up to a minute to transfer all that information. This program with nails probably has quite a few frequencies in it. Could be 1,000 or more, but you may actually not get all those frequencies, because what it's going to do during the session is actually test and retest to figure out which frequency you need at that particular moment, and then when you're resonating with that frequency, it may not give it to you anymore. So now the program is going. It starts off at about 15%. You'll see the actual frequency being displayed in the upper part. I'm going to increase the power, which may be enough to bring the little, you see the red dot there, needs to have some whiteness. Oh, and there it goes. Sometimes you may need to press down on the bands a little bit just to make sure that everything is getting good connection. And then you'll see, again, the frequency is 330 hertz right now. It's at 95% power, and it's 42 minutes remaining. You can see sometimes you see that black behind the red circle was there for a moment. That was because the connectivity wasn't ideal. As long as most of the time it's got good connectivity, you should be okay. If you're not getting good connectivity, it may be the band's a little loose, or you may have to apply a little moisture, like a little water or something over the area. So 829.4 hertz. This will continue for about 5-10 minutes or more, depending on the length of the program. And then what you're going to see at the bottom of the icon is there will be a percentage. That percentage will represent how much that frequency is resonating with your body. Hence, I may run this program called Nails with how many frequencies it has, and it may be the next time I run it, I may actually get different frequencies, because my body won't need certain frequencies this time and may need different frequencies the next time. If you need to pause the program, you click right on the icon itself. It's pulsating. That means the program's been paused. If you click on the X button, it will exit out of the program. Click on the button again, and the pause will come off. In the upper right-hand corner, you see the percentage of battery. That percentage is not your phone, or in this case, an iPad's battery. It is actually the battery of the Healy itself. And then you have the wireless signals for the Bluetooth signal to the Healy. The program will run again for its entire length, unless you decide for some reason you need to stop it. You may find that certain frequencies are quite more powerful. You may not actually feel it. You may have to pump it up to 100% and still say, well, I still don't feel it. It's okay. You don't need to feel it in order for it to be working. There are frequencies, especially in the lower hertz, where you'll feel it and it'll feel quite strong, and you may need to bring that power down quite a bit. Right now, I'm not really feeling these frequencies, but I know I got good connectivity and I know the Healy's working. Again, it's microcurrent. That small amount of current is what's powering up the cells. We don't need to overpower the cells. So I just feel maybe a mild tingling. Now, the program has been running for about 10 minutes, and if you will notice, there's a percentage now showing up below the icon. What that percentage represents is how resonant a particular frequency it's outputting is with your body. So the first 10 minutes, it's giving you a group of frequencies to begin the process of healing or bringing into resonance for your body a particular group of frequencies. And then the next part, the rest of the program, will actually continually read your information field and write to the information field those frequencies and figure out how resonant you are with a particular frequency. So here you have 35,488.8 hertz is 79% progress. That means I'm almost tuned into that frequency. After 10 seconds, I now we go to 1.1 hertz. I'm 46% tuned into that frequency. And it'll keep going back and forth every 10 seconds with different frequencies to see how in tune your body is with that particular frequency. Once it gets over 95%, it won't give you that frequency anymore. So we can see it's 77% now at the 35,488.8. And now 45% at 1.1. And it may oscillate. Again, think of it like you're tuning a guitar. So you're plucking the string and tuning it ever so slightly and looking at the tuning machine to see are you in pitch or not. Sometimes you'll get a little sharp, sometimes you'll get a little flat, but eventually you'll resonate just fine with that note and you're in tune. There's no need to give or keep tuning that string anymore. Same thing here with the Healy. This is the beauty of the Healy, is that it's a frequencies for you when you need it at that particular time. So we first started off by doing a resonance scan analysis to figure out which groups of frequencies would be best. And then we give those frequencies to the body, and then within those groups of microcurrent frequencies, we're going to figure out what frequency the body needs for how long, and once it's got those frequencies, it will no longer resonate. So if that program is done, which it isn't here, but let's just say it is, you click the icon and click the exit icon, and it'll say, do you really want to close the program? And you would click OK or no.